Hey everyone, and welcome back to CJ Race Cars YouTube channel. It's Friday. We didn't get our barbecue today because Jesse didn't want to barbecue in the rain, and it's been raining literally since
all day.
Like 5:30 this morning. When I headed this way, it was raining. So it's now 5:30 in the afternoon. It's still raining. So we didn't get a chance to do the barbecue, but I wanted to show you guys a little update. People have been asking about updates about Monza's car, and Justin's car, and Clay's car, and all these cars. So our head's spinning around in circles. So we're trying to get you guys videos. We've all been working late, 6, 8 o'clock at night. We're back here at 6:30 the next day, trying to make all this stuff happen. Markowitz's car, you guys have seen a Nova. The body is mounted. I think we're waiting on a bell housing. So I'm actually gonna build the headers next week. We'll have the header material. I'm gonna build the headers, which I don't usually do on a jig, but it actually will be nice because I can use the jig as a plate, and I'll space it up off the bottom of the rocker about a 1/2 inch. And
well, now that's not our only
jig.
Now
yeah, before we took it off because we that was the only jig we had. That was the original jig I had, and it's a good jig. Had it for a long time, but basically on that jig I have clamps similar to this, not as nice. Eric at Upper Limits built these for us, and they're super official. We'll show you this in a minute, but I have clamps like this on that jig. 2 to hold the cross member, 4 that bolt to the table that hold the frame rails at the width that we like, and then 2 that float for the rocker so we can change the rocker width. And that worked fine. It works great, but that's the only holes we have in that table. So if we need to move anything, it's kind of a pain. We had to slot these deals or drill new holes, and it's kind of tough. So now that we have these other jigs, we can leave the car on a jig, build the headers, do some other stuff, which will make our life a little easier. And when it comes off the jig, it'll just be that much closer. We've already gotten the carbon panels for the door X's on this side, that side. We've got templates for the firewall. We've gotten a lot done that we don't usually do on a jig just because we're waiting on some stuff. So now when it comes off, it'll be a lot quicker than it would normally be.
Yeah, that'll just be for like wrecked cars or...
Yeah, we're gonna keep this jig for mainly like if someone has an accident, we need to front half it or update a car or whatever. General stuff like that. Not a complete build, because these are the new tables we got. We were lucky enough to find 2 of these tables. It has a 1-inch thick steel plate. I think it's 14 feet long by 6 feet wide, so it's bigger. So before we had some little extensions off the back to grab some stuff, tubes in the back, which, like I said, it works fine. We've built a lot of really nice stuff on it, but this jig will allow us to grab everything off of here. And Eric at Upper Limits built these plates for us. He came by, we designed it. He came by 3 or 4 times, really helped us out a lot on these, getting them to us in a hurry. And we have 3 of these. So 3 plates, 1 for the back, which is exactly like this, which will grab the cross member in the back, side to side. Obviously you can see we can change it, move stuff up and down. It's super nice. The one that goes in the middle will grab the frame rails right there. And then it'll also grab the rocker bar. So you see we have we can change a lot there
widths of the cars,
because that's about how much our rockers vary depending on the width of the car. So that'll be the back plate, middle plate, and this is the front plate, which will grab the rocker or the frame rails all the way up front. We also have a bunch of clamps getting made that'll hold the frame rails apart, upper and lower frame rails apart. We have fixtures that are getting made to hold a certain tubes in the back of the chassis where we like them, and it's just going to make our life a lot easier
and build cars quicker.
Well, especially to have 2 identical jigs with 2 identical fixtures. It's really going to make things go good. And now that we're doing more full builds, we have a few small builds that are getting finished up in the next few months. I think only 2 really, 2 small builds left, and it's really just full cars. So so we'll be working on all that. Clay's car and Monza's car will be going on the 2 new jigs. This car here was a car that came in and we weren't even going to start on it. This guy waited for a year, then brought the car I think about 2 weeks ago, and we weren't going to start on it because we're going to do Clay's and Monza stuff first. But I also didn't want to wait and tie up all these jigs with the next 4 projects. So we put this car on a jig Tuesday morning, and it's Friday and it's done. So it's coming off the jig Monday morning. So and now it'll sit. There are guys waiting on motors and
yeah, we just have to,
a bunch of
we
stuff.
need a whole bunch of parts and stuff, but all the main structure is all done now. So
yeah, so it'll come off the jig Monday. We're gonna floor sand both these jigs. That one's already leveled out. We'll level this one out, and we'll have Clay and Monza's car going. So definitely excited about this. It's gonna be a good year. I think we get Brian's car out. He's gonna do real well with this car, I believe, and it's gonna be a really nice piece. And that's my favorite car, my first car, one of my first cool cars. 70 Nova. Actually, I had a 73, which is not quite as cool as the 70, but and it was a hatchback, so it was actually not really cool at all. But anyways, this is what we want to show you. We got these fixtures from Eric. He killed it. Been making a bunch of other fixtures for us, and just trying to make our life a little easier as we move forward. Better the shop, better the process, and much stuff as we got going on. We kind of got to do that.
Yeah, we got a lot.
Yeah. We did this, started on this Tuesday. Mainly, I worked on it at nights because Jesse and Danny and everybody else has had some other stuff going on. Jesse did help me with this today just so we could make sure we took it off the jig this week. But it's pretty much done. Built the titanium lower control arms, dual framer all the way to the back, cut it out. It had some stuff in there that we didn't necessarily like. So this is done. We're coming off the jig.
Yeah, soon.
And
a couple small things to do, and
yeah,
do a little bit of welding that's coming off.
Yep. So be a cool deal. It's a Celica,
2000 Toyota Celica.
2000 Toyota Celica. The guy brought to us, and like we said, it had some stuff that we didn't necessarily like a lot. The guy's got, I think, 3 billet motors coming for it. He's got a billet 7-speed with a quick drive. It's an automatic deal. So it'll be a really cool car. But we told him it'd be a little while, and now we're waiting on a motor and stuff. So this car is probably going to just sit over there, and maybe me tinker with it at night if I have some time until these other 3 car chassis are done. Also, something I want to tell you guys, we're going to have an open house at the shop. Monza's going to come
December
18th, Saturday, 6 until whenever Jesse quits drinking, because I'll be asleep by 9:30 probably. But that night we're gonna have a food truck. We're gonna have maybe like a bartender or something, like some alcohol.
Yeah, we'll figure some stuff out.
Yeah, we'll give you some more details, but that is the date. That works out good for everyone. The first week of December we're gonna do, that's PRI, I believe. The next week is Snowbirds, so we'll be there. So the third week worked out better for everybody. So like I said, I think Monza will be here getting fit for his car. Clay Cole will probably be getting fit for his car. Both them guys will be here at the same time.
Justin will be here looking at...
Justin will be here giving us a hard time.
He'll be here looking at what a car looks like to be built.
We'll have them guys will be here. Both of them are awesome guys. If you guys haven't met them, come check them out. And you guys can see what the cars look like in person in the stages they're in. Because we'll have Brian's car will probably be
sheet metal stuff.
Sheet metal assembly possibly. I don't know exactly what stage, but it'll be really close. Yeah. Then you'll see these just getting started on the jig, Monza's and Clay Cole's deal. Got a bunch of different stuff you can check out, different stages, food. We'll have something. I'm sure there'll be a bunch of cars up here.
Yeah, a lot of local people bring your cars.
Yeah, last time we did this was before we started the YouTube and before we did Justin's car, and we still had probably 100 people up here. We had like a whole car show.
It was a lot of fun.
Stick shift guys that run around on the street over here and stuff. So had a good time. Last time we cooked food and it was kind of a nightmare, so we're gonna get a few food trucks. That way when they leave, the mess is cleaned up. And maybe some beer and a few different kinds of drinks for get someone to do a bartending deal or something.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. So
yeah, it'll be good.
Good for bring your family out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Friends, whatever.
We'll have our Dan the Man shirts. If you haven't already got yours, we'll have some CJRC shirts, some hoodies, Dan the Man hoodies, some CJRC hoodies, some CJRC hats.
Merchandise, all that.
We'll have all that stuff. We'll have, and parts. If you guys need parts or whatever while you're here, we'll usually stock it. Or
if you need to pick something up.
Pick something up. Don't bring anything though. Just pick it up. We don't need anything else. Just pick stuff up. But I think that's it for this video. Just want to show you the guys at Jigs. This is the same exact jig as the one we just showed you over there. So we have 2 sets of the exact same fixtures, 2 sets of everything for these jigs. The holes are on 6-inch centers both ways, all the way across, up and down. So once we get those plates on there, we laser everything in center, and it's gonna make our lives a lot easier.
Yeah, it'll be awesome.
Yeah.
The cars will just be that much better as far as, you know, lining everything up.
Well, and it's definitely
then
going to cut down setup time and everything else. I mean, it's going to really help us.
Huge, you know, it just takes so much time to make sure everything's exact.
Absolutely. So, but all right. Well, I think that's it for this one.
Yeah.
And if you guys haven't already got your Day in the Man shirts, go ahead and get them, or stop by and see us at the open house. Everyone's welcome to come, and many people as you can bring.
Bring as many people as you can, because we're not cooking.
Yeah, you could get stuff from the food truck, and we'll have a garbage dumpster out there. But all right, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll update you later next week or beginning of next week. We'll have this car off the jig Monday, and Monza and Clay car on here.
Yep.
And putting some tubes in it.
Yep.
All right, guys, thanks.